Hello there everybody, and welcome to part 22 of our Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke challenge. This is going to be the very first recording I have done since returning back from my business trip in the States, and it was quite the interesting trip, but I'll get into that in a very short while. In between episodes, I've done a little bit of grinding. We actually have some new members in our party that we can actively replace and put into our party whenever we want. So Krampus is now at level 37, he's evolved into a Dusclops, and we also have Hypner, who is now a Tentacruel. Really good stuff. It would not hurt to have these guys in our party. Also notice I don't have Rocky Mountain or Silver inside our party right now. We're going to be using Treble for a little bit, since we're going to need to fly around a little bit just to progress the story. And we still need to Mega Evolve Pipette. So we're going to keep him inside the party just for a little bit while longer. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these extra leveled up guys probably in the next episode. The ones on this row I'm going to level up when I get a chance. Normally when I'm grinding I tend to record and grind just in case something happens, but I'm finding it a lot easier just to put them into my normal 3DS and take it with me wherever I go, so I can just grind when I'm waiting in line at the supermarket or waiting in line in transit, so on and so forth in that fashion. And I think that's going to help move the series along just a little bit. So yeah. In today's episode, we are going to go visit, I believe it's Route 123, which we have not entirely visited yet. I believe there's also a couple of TMs we can pick up in this town, although I don't entirely know where, so we are going to explore just a little bit of this town, but we'll come back here maybe after we've done the route. Let's get the main thing out of the way first, because I tend to forget things, and then I remember after I'm done recording that, oh, I was supposed to go do that. I am dumb. Not necessarily dumb, it's just, you know, people forget things when they have other things on their minds, and then everything goes downhill from there. So I think maybe 5 episodes ago we came to this route, and we consulted the Berry Master about all his berry ways, and then I fought this trainer right here who had a level 36 Vileplume, and I was like, okay, nope, not fighting you anytime soon, no thank you. And one of the things that really turned me off this route was these two right here. And trying to fight anything at level 36 doesn't seem like a good idea for a double battle. So let's have Treble and let's have Gish on the front. Actually, you know what? Let's put Pipette. Let's get the Mega Evolution out of the way before I forget. Now, unfortunately, Treble has not evolved into a Crobat, and that evolution is entirely based on, well, on happiness. So the happier they are, the more likely they are to evolve. So apparently, I'm just a scumbag trainer that doesn't care about his Pokemon. I just haven't had Treble inside my party for very long, and I've been using fairly efficient grinding strats to get him leveled up, so it does make some sense that he's not entirely evolved just yet. So let's go do the Fly on the Dustox, and then we're going to Mega Evolve Pipette, and go for the Stabbed Shadow Ball, I think would be a good idea. Onto Beautifly. Oh snap. Actually, this is going to be the very first time I've ever used a Mega Banette. Like, I know this existed, but I've never actually got around to using one before, even in my Pokemon X and Y game. Oh, the one shot. The one shot is beautiful. Whirlwind. I'm fine with this. Oh, and say he brings out Gora. Big mistake. Big mistake, good sir. You know, and since it's rain, we might as well go for the super, well, not super fit the surf, but the powered up, the rain boosted surf onto Dustox, and this will probably do a decent amount of damage. Not enough to one shot, and Treble will finish the rest. Gora at level 41. Oh, and you want, ooh, Crunch. Crunch could be helpful. Let's get rid of Bite. I mean, Bite is good because we do have the chance for flinching. But Crunch also has a chance of reducing defense by around, well, it's by 1 stage, but the chance of getting the defense drop is around 20%. And once we get the Stone to Mega Evolve Gyarados, then we'll be able to get the Stab Crunch. And that's going to do a ton of damage, especially with the extra boost in, this is the wrong way. I'm guessing I have to progress through the Mount Pyre direction, so I guess we gotta go around. This is one of the features I'm really appreciating when it comes to Auras, now that we can actually fly to these specific areas. It makes going to wherever you want to go so much easier. Another thing I did while I was away, I taught Sweet Scent to Dop, who is currently sitting inside of our PC, and Dop is currently taking over for Aaron as the Lieutenant of Grinding. So Dop is the person that I'm turning to in order to use Sweet Scent to get the Horde battles in order to get more experience. It's not becoming as effective as it used to be, but I'm still getting around maybe 1,000 experience per battle, which isn't too bad. I love Grass-type Pokemon. How about you? Oh? You also love Grass-type Pokemon, eh? I'm so happy. I want to give you this. It's a token of our friendship. Big ooh, 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 ooh. I like this. So this is an item that will increase the amount of HP that we receive from draining moves. And I would like to cut over here. I see a man there. But I don't really want to put that onto any... I don't want to burden anybody with a HM cut. Nobody should have to deal with that. It honestly wouldn't be so bad if cut was just not a normal type move, maybe like a grass type move. It wouldn't be as annoyingly useless as it is. But that's just me. In any case, I really enjoyed the business trip. It was do I want to go over there? Do I even want to go over here? Yes, I do. Yeah, I really enjoyed the business trip. It was actually my first time outside of Canada. This is the first time I've ever gone onto a plane, and a lot of the people that I know, they've traveled at least once in their life, but for me, it was the first time I've ever gone onto a plane I've ever traveled internationally, so it was kind of a really exciting, but also a really scary experience for me. And I went down to San Jose in California. And I think one of the biggest things I've gotten out of that trip was, I think I have a new appreciation for, you know, where I live. Because you know, when you go to another place, you really start to see the differences between, you know, where you live and where other people live, and what's some of the, you know, maybe some of the challenges that they face in their everyday life. So, for example, I live in Vancouver, so we have a fairly strong transit system. And living next to a SkyTrain station, no, not SkyTrain station, it's a, to one of the main transit lines, I can get wherever I want to go very, very easily. Let's go for another poison fang here. So, going down to a major shopping center, for example, or going downtown, only takes me about maybe 10 or 15 minutes of just getting on a train. I just sit there, I maybe pull up my 3DS, I maybe do some grinding, maybe play some Persona Q, and then boom, I'm there. But down in the States, I found that if I wanted to go anywhere, I had to... Was that... Oh, look... Okay, this is a new area. For a minute there, I was like, okay, did I just put myself exactly where I was a minute ago? And, thankfully not. You know, I found down in San Jose, it might have been just where our hotel was situated, but if you wanted to get anywhere, you kind of had to hop on the highway, and you didn't have a car, then you were basically SOL. That being said, the weather down there is also super nice. Who's going to be a good pick for this? You know, let's bring out Pipette. Because I'm going to switch out Pipette in the next episode for a different Pokemon so that we are rotating, you know, new members in. So let's get as much out of Pipette as we can for today. Where was I? We're gonna Mega Evolve. We're always gonna Mega Evolve. There's no reason for us not to Mega Evolve. You know, it really honestly might have just been where our hotel was located, because once we, you know, drove into the San Jose downtown core, the transit system was a little bit better. There was, you know, the... What's the word I'm looking for? The tram system. They have like a modern tram system up and running in the downtown core, as well as, you know, you see the occasional bus every now and then. But I don't know, it's just it's a very far cry from what I'm used to. Tropius. Okay, who can we should be fine for this. How much damage is a Thunder Wave gonna do? Not Thunder Wave. Let's go for Shadow Ball. Let's just go for the Shadow Ball. Now, unfortunately, the Banette line is usually a fairly offensively oriented line, and I actually appreciate that Whirlwind. Gets me out of there without having to risk taking damage. Not really a switch out I would have preferred though. Okay, let's switch over to the deal. You know, Gish could use some love. Gish could use some love. You know, it's very unfortunate that most of the attacks I have on Bennett are special attacks because apparently everyone in my party is going to be getting experience from this battle. And I'm okay with this. You know, Bennett's a very physically offensive Pokemon instead of especially offensive. So the main attacks I have on Pipette right now are Dazzling Gleam and Shadow Ball. I swear, the AI in this game is just terrible. It's just, why? Why? Why even? But normally you would be putting physical attacks onto a Bennett line because I believe the base strength is maybe 140, I believe, for a Mega Bennett. So I mean, our offensive strength right now is 150. Now, granted, like 94 special attack isn't nothing to sneeze at either, but it's not great either. And oh, Thunder. Do I want Thunder? Honestly, not really, because we can get it as a TM anyway, so I can just teach it to deal that way. And having only 70 base accuracy isn't that great, even though it is a very powerful attack. I honestly prefer Discharge. So we're gonna get rid of Thunder. In any case, all in all, good experience going down to the States for the first time. You know, I actually do want to head back there, maybe, well, maybe not necessarily, you know, San Jose specifically, but somewhere down in the States, somewhere in the future. In the meantime, I've got to focus on my Nuzlocke. So, where are we in this Nuzlocke right now? We're in a very good position. We are easily over-leveling our opponents right now. Things I'd like to see. Probably have to have Treble evolve into a Crobat. That would be nice. But it's not big on my to-do list. Let's go for the poison thing. Let's try to get a poison status on this Myena. And the embargo is not going to affect us whatsoever because we're not using items. For the most part, there's not really anything that I'm looking for. Maybe a fighting type Pokemon later down the line. But for the most part, what I'm thinking is, you know, there's a lot of Pokemon inside of the box right now that I'm not even using. And one of the great things about Generation 6 is all the three-dimensional sprites for all of our Pokemon. And we'll just finish it off with a bite. You get to see so much more of their personality when you're using them in 3D than you did way back in Gen 3. Or in any gen prior to this. Like, Gen 5 was great because it had a little bit of animation, but Gen 6 is where they really stepped it up with the three-dimensional models. And I feel like, because we're in a good position right now as far as, you know, our team is concerned, and because we have backups inside the PC, I really don't mind it if we start rotating some of our other Pokemon into the party. Now, granted, I think the Pokemon I'm going to be switching in and out, we'll deal with that in the next episode. I'll explain it better then because I actually need props for that. I need extra equipment for me to do that. Vibravas aren't really a big threat. Let's go for a Fly. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can finish it off with a bite. Nice. Skarmory. Okay, Skarmory isn't going to be a threat, so let's take this turn to use Roost and heal. As I was grinding some of my other team members, you know, I tend to grind using horde battles because the opponent that you fight aren't particularly strong. Skarmories are very defensively focused, so let's switch over to Dio. And Gish really needs levels. I really need to make it a habit of bringing Gish out more often. I don't know what it is. It always feels like Gish is the one that's falling behind all the time. So even though it's raining, we'll go for the lava plume. It'll be super effective, and the effect from the rain will just cancel out the super effectiveness. But Scum Rays aren't that especially defensively tanky, so this should do a decent amount of damage. At the very least, maybe we can hope for a burn. Perfect! Well played, Gish. Well played. I think Gish would actually probably be a little bit more viable for our team if I could, at the very least, get maybe something along the lines of leftovers, so I can heal up HP every single turn. That's what I find with Gish. He loses a lot of his HP very quickly. At the very least, if we had leftovers or something... I'm really hoping that trouble will evolve there. If we had leftovers, or perhaps even the Shell Bell, we can at least recover some HP after every single battle, and I think this is all the way back. I know you can get the Gyarados here somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, I'm gonna have to go fly back and we'll have to double check and do a little bit of a backtrack. Maybe need Cut to get over it. Maybe. Let's see, there's nothing there. Nothing here. Okay, you do need Cut. You probably need Cut to get to it. Yes? No? Probably, yeah. We need Cut. We gotta go back for Cut. Okay, I had to go switch out Treble in exchange for Mirai. And this... my efforts give me the Revival Herb, which was not worth the effort whatsoever. Let's try the other one. Okay! Apparently you go this way. Oh my god, that took 3 tries. I kept going the same way because my... apparently my sense of direction is terrible. I hope you can understand. I hope you can hear the frustration that's inside my voice right now. Okay, let's put you in there. Gromp, gromp, gromp. It seems like something is bothering Chomper. Could you give it a little scratch? And we obtained the Gyarados eye in the most random event I could ever possibly imagine. Yep, it's Poochyena. There it is, yep. Play along with an old man, would you? Tell me which Pokemon you like best, Magikarp or Gyarados? Obviously, it's Magikarp. Oh, exactly, you get it, don't you? I'll give you something special I've been holding on to. And that is the Eviolite. So this is a item that will boost the defense and special defense by 50% of a Pokemon that still has an evolution that it can transform into. Not including Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions, they don't count. And this here is 1, 2, 3, Go Fish. And that Poochyena you see there is our watch Pokemon, Chomper. Chomper is a real glutton, alright? Puts everything in that mouth. Oh, so that's how we end up with that thing inside his mouth. There's a drawing of a Magikarp here. There's a drawing of a Magikarp here. Let's go advance the plot! I mean, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, Pipette's paralyzed, don't worry about it. We'll just put Goro here. And we'll give you the item that has been inside that dog's mouth for a very long time. It's slimy, but your water type, you using water type attacks will eventually wipe it clean, and we give the lucky egg to somebody else. Maybe later. So to advance the plot, we need to head over to Slateport City. Hopefully we'll be able to find a massive mob of Team Aquagoons, and then we'll be able to sneak into their hideout that is east of Lily Cove City. And if memory serves, they should be somewhere around the submarine port thingy that is somewhere here, and we're gonna get on the bike because it's much faster than walking around. If I could only remember where it was. Yes, indeed, and that is why we intend to move ahead with our expedition. That's wonderful, Captain Stern. Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule to talk to us. We hope we can interview you again with news and of more discoveries. Whew. That was my first time being filmed for TV. What a nerve-wracking experience. Really? I really thought they would have interviewed you at least once before this. Meh. Oh, it's you again. You're looking well. Glad to see it. We made a huge discovery on our latest expedition to the seafloor. We found an underwater cavern on Route 128, and we think it may be the den of a super ancient Pokemon, long thought to be extinct. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Good. I hope you're listening out there, Captain Stern. We of Team Aqua will now be assuming control of your lovely submarine. We'll contribute to our great plan of returning everything to the beginning. I hope you appreciate this great honor. Wah! Waha! Waha! Ah, ha, Do you hear that voice? It's like someone's using a megaphone. But where's it coming from? It came from the harbor! Our submarine! No! Young lady, I'm sorry, but please come with me. And I'm off to go find a responsible adult. No, okay, we'll help him. Those thugs! They're the same lot who tried to take the Demon parts to the museum. Impossible! You actually followed us all the way from Mount Pyre? Graha, you got me! I bow to your persistence and love of justice. Waha! Waha! It's a pity, so it is. But we're well past the time when you and your best efforts could turn the tide. We'll add a few last touches to the submarine and we'll all be set to burst open the seaform cavern where the great Pokemon is sleeping. Our plans to return everything to the beginning. They're as good as complete. But I know you gotta do what you gotta do, scamp. I'm not gonna tell you to quit chasing us. Follow us all the way to our hideout in Lily Cove, if that's what your honor demands. Now then, Shelly! Got it. You guys, keep that spoiled brat busy until the submarine takes off. Aye aye! Let's go. Archie! Got it. We'll see you there then, my little scamp adversary. I don't know why he suddenly became Mandark. I can fight like Poseidon even on land! Come to think about it, who do I have on the front? Please tell me it's Gora. Please tell me it's Gora. Oh, it's Gora. Gora! It's time to have fun with the Poochies. We found the Mega Stone. We're gonna use the Mega Stone. Go for the Mega Evolve and we'll go for the Surf. Damn! Also, first time using Mega Gyarados. Never used one before. Fargo, completely useless. Doesn't even work. Okay, now that we've Mega Evolved, let's take a look at our new renewed stats. So let's see, we're going down here, summary. So 157, that's really good. 108 defense, pretty decent. 68, Gyarados isn't really a special attacker anyways, that's fine. For the defense, 108 is really solid. And speed at 96. That's pretty good. And let's compare that to Pipette, who is at base form. So we got a lot of defensive bulk. That's good. That's good for us. Now, unfortunately, this also does mean that our typing has changed as well to the Water Dark typing. So we're going to give it stab on Crunch that we just learned recently, which is going to be good for us. But we are no longer going to be immune to ground type attacks. It's alright though, because at the same time, we're also going to have a... we're not going to have the same weaknesses to electricity that we did before. We're not going to have the same 4 times super effective weakness to electric type attacks. Which is good for us, which is very good for us in a lot of different ways. Also, we're going to have resistances to all these Carvanas and all these Sharpedos that our enemies are going to be using for at least the next little while. And let's see how Bulldoze does against one of these Carvanas. I'm hoping for a one-hit KO. Now we also get Mold Breaker, which means that we're going to be ignoring all of our opponent's special abilities. So, now that I think about it, does that work with the rough skin that Carvanas have? Oh, look at that one shot, that's great. That is beautiful, Gora. If there's another Carvana, I would like to test it. Oh, okay, you don't have another one, that's fine. But things like Sturdy, things like, I think Poison Touch, they don't work. Which also means, if I'm right with that, then that also means that things like Effect Spore also won't work, Poison Touch won't work. Oh, Gora's gonna be such a massive powerhouse on our team. If she was already a massive powerhouse on our team. You're the 26th strongest unit. Didn't I already fight the 26th strongest unit? I fought one of those in the museum! Right here! What is your ranking system? Your ranking system makes no sense whatsoever. I'm gonna check the modified sub in our hideout. Oh, you have a modified sub in your hideout. Thanks for... Why do I even... Modding? Those criminals! What are they planning to do with my Submarine Explorer 1? They can't be! They can't be after the super ancient Pokemon that slumbers at the bottom of the sea. Karu, I'm sorry, but my stolen submarine, it could bring an unimaginable disaster upon the world. Someone has to get their hideout in Lily Cove City and stop them. But I've got no chance alone. Karu, please, may I ask for your help? I can at least get you as far as Lily Cove, where their hideout is. Do you think you and your Pokemon could put a stop to them and save my sub for being used for evil, please? Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you. We'll launch at once. Oh, wait, did we get the fast travel? Get the fast travel! That is so helpful! We've arrived in Lilico. Those thieves who stole my submarine must be hiding out somewhere in this city. Here, please, find my sub for me. I'll be heading back to the shipyard in Slateport to start dealing with the aftermath of all this. Good? Wow. There's a lot of fast traveling in this game. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. We're going to storm their hideout. I don't necessarily know exactly what we're going to be doing. We'll probably just explore most of the hideout for the most part as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be an interesting episode or a very long and tedious episode because it's a very large place. But yeah, you know what? If they do eventually remake Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Diamond, I would love if there's a fast traveling option for just various points in the game, because that's one of the main complaints I hear about the Pearl and Diamond series is that the story is very non-linear based on where you need to go. You have to go. You start off kind of in the middle of nowhere, and then you have to go up north, and you go down south. It's very confusing where you're supposed to go next. It's my point here. But before I close up, I'm going to go search the city because I do think you can get a TM in here somewhere. I just don't necessarily know where. And in the next episode, we are going to storm Team Aqua's base, potentially, save the submarine, save the world. And as always, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you want to show your support for this series and this channel, hit that like button, hit that comment button, and I will see you next time. Laters!